Hello, and welcome back to Ethos of Equanimity. I'm your host, Shaneeka Shalom, and I'm so grateful to share this space with you today. Whether you're a returning listener or you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome. This space is for reflection, awareness, and growth. A space where we explore the art of living in balance, even when life feels anything but balanced. In our first episode, I talked about why this podcast exists, how it was born out of a desire to live, teach, and embody stillness. We defined ethos as the characteristic spirit of a culture, era, or community as manifested in its beliefs and aspirations. Your ethos is the energy you bring. It's how your beliefs shape the spaces you inhabit and the connections you create. We defined equanimity as mental calmness, composure, and evenness of temper, especially in difficult situations. Equanimity is peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. It's steadiness in the storm. And together, ethos and equanimity form this guiding philosophy, choosing balance as a belief system and peace as a practice. In that first episode, I also shared my personal creed, a statement that I wrote years ago to anchor myself when I felt unsteady. It's become a compass for how I teach, parent, love, and lead. A creed is simply a guiding statement of who you are and what you stand for. The formula that I used has 4 simple steps. First, who am I? Second, what do I believe? Third, what are my goals and desired results? And fourth, what is my plan of action? It's not about perfection, it's about presence. Your creed evolves as you do. So I'd like to share mine with you again. For those listening through audio, and for those who might just need a gentle reminder of what intention sounds like when spoken aloud. My personal creed. I am a motivated, disciplined, educated, and productive member of my community. I accept leadership opportunities in which my characteristics of creativity, intelligence, innovation, resilience, and well-being are utilized, respected, and appreciated. I facilitate learning through mindful, self-affirming behaviors in collaboration with remaining authentic through presentation of skill development while remaining conscious of the best outcomes and opportunities for individuals, society, and Earth. I will move forward with courage, sincerity, balance, open-mindedness, cultural competence, and kindness to aid in manifesting a life that is stable, sustainable, connected, and diverse. There was a time in my life where I thought balance meant doing everything perfectly, showing up strong, successful, and unshaken. But I learned the hard way that peace doesn't come from perfection. It comes from permission. The permission to pause, to breathe, to unbecome everything that isn't authentic. I remember sitting one morning surrounded by my degrees, my planner, my to-do list, all the symbols of accomplishment, and realizing that I felt unanchored. That's when I began writing again. And those reflections, those meditations on self, on culture, on healing, became my book, Unbecoming Lost, a meditative collection of self-study poems. That project changed everything. It helped me see that the process of unbecoming is really just another word for becoming found. So let me take a moment to introduce you to that body of work, because this podcast and that framework we're building together are both rooted in it. Unbecoming Lost is a poetic exploration of identity, resilience, and rebirth. It's a meditative journey, one that invites you to pause and look inward. The opening poem is actually where much of my framework was born. It's titled simply, Unbecoming Lost. And if you'll allow me, I'd like to read it to you now. Let me take you on a meditative journey of a girl becoming found. Imagine, presenting as a sea of elegance, eloquence, exquisiteness, and poise, gliding hastily, yet effortlessly, amidst the chaos and the noise. Ambitious, accomplished, creative, courageous, and kind. These words fueled your ego. But what about your mind? pondering the duality of bodies being self-propagating stations for spirits and souls, reduced to acronyms to equate significance in a world that's grown so cold. Perspectives. Check in. Tell me, are you aware? Is this self-actualization or the man upstairs? Reincarnation, is that slavery? Existentialism, nihilism, optimism, the cycle repeats mundanity. Recognizing truths like choosing to live gives way to both despair and delight. Forged by fire, but hey, at least you shine bright. Somber moments and sweet memories, intricately crashing together, create the inner me. That poem became my mirror. It reminded me that every identity we carry, daughter, mother, therapist, teacher, creator, is just one wave in a much larger ocean. To find balance, we have to look beneath the surface, into the undercurrent of our own becoming. And that's what led to the creation of the Ethos of Equanimity framework. This framework is the heart of everything I teach, the bridge between the poetic and the practical. It's where unbecoming lost meets living found. The Ethos of Equanimity approach is a holistic model. It integrates the 8 dimensions of wellness, which are emotional, social, physical, spiritual, intellectual, financial, occupational, and environmental. It combines that with mindfulness practices drawn from yogic philosophies, such as the yamas and niyamas and the 8 limbs of yoga. And it combines skills-based tools from cognitive behavioral therapy and dialectical behavioral therapy and just trauma-informed therapy. Each episode after this one will explore one of those dimensions through a poem, a reflection, and a practice. Together, we'll build the tools for emotional regulation, self-awareness, and spiritual integration through story, through study, and through soul work. So in essence, this is where philosophy meets practice. It's where the ethos becomes equanimity. As we end today's episode, I want to leave you with this thought. You don't have to strive for balance. You simply have to return to it. Because balance isn't something you earn. It's something you remember. Forged by fire, but hey, at least you shine bright. The light you're looking for has always been within. Thank you for sharing this space with me today. Next episode, we'll begin exploring that first dimension of wellness, emotional wellness, through the lens of awareness and authenticity. I'll guide you through a reflective meditation and a simple writing practice that'll help you uncover where your peace begins and where it's waiting for you to return. Until then, stay calm, stay courageous, stay connected. Now with me, inhale deeply. And on your exhale, let's say the universal seed sound that we all know as Om. Namaste. My soul honors your soul. You've been listening to Ethos of Equanimity with Shaneeka Shalom. If today's message resonated with you, please share this episode with someone who's walking their own journey of unbecoming and becoming found. And remember, your ethos is your energy. Your peace is your power.